Bill O'Reilly here, Friday, September 20th, 2019. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening today in America. With the presidential election coming up next year, Donald Trump will be trying extremely hard not to become a one-term president. Throughout history, 12 presidents have been denied a second term by voters. But the rejection of a sitting president is somewhat rare in modern times. Since World War I, just 4 chief executives have served only one term in the White House. Herbert Hoover lost to Franklin Roosevelt because of the economy. The 31st president of the United States was widely criticized for his botched handling of the Great Depression. Hoover blamed congressional gridlock for the country's political paralysis during the economic disaster, but he provided weak leadership, generally speaking. Next, Gerald Ford, a man many insiders say never even wanted to be president. Ford's campaign was doomed from the start by a series of issues, including his pardon of Richard Nixon, a depressed economy, and oil shortages. Gerald Ford would go on to lose the White House to another one-term president. That would be Jimmy Carter, who served in the White House between 1977 and 81. The 39th president was ridiculed by the public for failing to secure the release of American hostages in Iran after the Islamic Revolution there. The story dominated headlines for 14 months of his time in the White House. The Iranians released the hostages the same day Jimmy Carter left office. President Bush the Elder lost to Bill Clinton. Many blame Ross Perot for that upset. Political scientists still use the 1992 election to study the impact of third-party candidates. Perot won 19% of the vote. That's nearly 20 million ballots, many of which would have gone to Bush, who did alienate some voters by raising taxes. So what does this all mean for President Trump? Well, right now, it's all about the economy. U.S. voters routinely list their personal finances as the biggest factor in picking a president. Democrats will surely downplay Trump's economic success, but Americans usually trust what they see in their wallets. Second, the public does get tired of controversy. Jimmy Carter's hostage crisis and Gerald Ford's relationship with Richard Nixon tainted both campaigns. Ahead, some Americans are ignorant. The O'Reilly Update message of the day is next. The Amazon Capital One data breach just hit. 106 million of us just had our names, home addresses, banking information exposed. Forget credit card theft. Your far greater risk is home title fraud. Title fraud is rampant because identity thieves figured out the title and mortgage to our homes are kept online. Their big payday comes by forging your name off your home's title. So it appears they own your home. Then they borrow all your equity till it's gone. Forget your insurance, bank, or identity theft program. They don't touch this. Home Title Lock does. And they do it by locking down your home's online title and mortgage. The first 60 days after crimes like the Amazon server Capital One breach are crucial. So I got you 60 risk-free days of Home Title Lock protection. Claim your 60 risk-free days at HomeTitleLock.com and enter your home address to see if you're already a victim. That's HomeTitleLock.com, HomeTitleLock.com. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day, Strange Days, as the Doors once sang. Many Americans, including this one, are perplexed by some disturbing opinions being put forth in this country. Let's start with a recent Gallup poll that says 43% of Americans, including 52% of Democrats, believe it was a mistake to send U.S. troops to Afghanistan after the 9/11 terror attack. If you remember, the mass murder was enabled inside Afghanistan, where Osama bin Laden and his outlaw al-Qaeda militants were based. The terrorists trained on Afghan soil and were protected by the Taliban government. After the 9/11 mass murder, President George W. Bush demanded the Taliban arrest bin Laden and hand him over for prosecution under threat of U.S. and NATO invasion, which is exactly what happened after the Taliban refused to take action against al-Qaeda. Subsequently, Afghanistan has been an ongoing problem, and fair-minded people can debate the policy there. But to say troops should not have removed the criminal Taliban in the first place is absolutely irresponsible. If the USA failed to avenge the al-Qaeda attack, terrorism would have increased everywhere, and President Bush would likely have been impeached. And then there's private property, which is protected from government seizure by the Constitution. According to polling on RealClearPolitics.com, about 35% of Democrats now support the socialist proposals of either Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren. Both presidential candidates have made it clear they would impose a wealth tax on the assets of affluent Americans. That is seizure of private property because those assets have already been subjected to tax. Finally, there is now acceptance in liberal states like California and New York of abortion on demand up until birth, a practice some believe has Nazi-like implications. This view is so extreme that Hillary Clinton and others running on the Democratic side never could have endorsed it even 3 years ago. Today, it's policy for many Democrats, including the aforementioned Sanders and Warren. So what has allowed the radical left agenda to flourish? Well, it's the media. Reacting with rank hatred to the Trump administration, the press has now mainstreamed far-left thought. The uninformed and/or apathetic American picks up on this. No longer are politicians who deny due process or advocate constitutional violations even challenged. Now they stand on debate stages smiling at press moderators who have no problem with their radicalism and even, in the case of late-term abortion, embrace it. But it is the attitude of many regular folks, not the media, that is most worrisome. The ignorance and apathy being documented in national polling is frightening. The USA was founded on the philosophy that life and private property is sacrosanct, and that an attack on the country where thousands of civilians are killed is an act of war. Apparently, millions of us don't get that, or don't want those principles anymore. Either way, we had better take notice. That is the message. My new book, The United States of Trump, A History of What We Are Experiencing Right Now, will be out next Tuesday. I think you'll like it. You can get it free on BillO'Reilly.com. Check it out. Coming next, something you might not know. A young lady was looking to buy her first home in Texas. The market at her price point is very hot, so she went to realestateagentsitrust.com for help. To ensure her offer was accepted, her agent suggested the following steps. 1. Get pre-qualified with a mortgage company that her agent had a history using to satisfy the seller's agent. 2. Find a home that was priced to sell so they knew the owner was ready to move. 3. Find a home well located and priced correctly so it could be leased if an emergency occurred. 4. Anticipating multiple offers, offer more than asking, but still less than what the house would be appraised for. And 5, offer to help with some of the closing costs. The house the lady wanted had 10 offers in 3 days, but she got the house because she had an agent who knew how to get the job done. That's why I love realestateagentsitrust.com. No pinheads, just great agents. Get moving with realestateagentsitrust.com. That's realestateagentsitrust.com. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. The rise of e-readers and other smart devices are posing a major challenge to traditional books. But Americans still love the printed word. 670 million physical books are sold in the USA each year. A couple of million written by me, your humble correspondent. Now, many collectors seek out first editions and autographed books. These can be worth big dollars. So what are the world's most valuable books? Well, don't go looking for these at your local library. Most likely, they'll be behind bulletproof glass. If you're someone who appreciates maps, the Cosmographia or First Atlas can be yours for the sum of $5 million. Hand-drawn in 150 AD, printed in the 15th century, there are only 3 of these atlases in existence. The Bible, the most influential book in human history. The first printing was done in 1455 by Johann Gutenberg, inventor of the printing press. The Gutenberg Bible is yours for $12 million. Make sure you brush up on your Latin before you shell out the cash. Next, the Bay Psalm Book. This collection of hymns has the distinction of being the first book printed in British North America. Prepared by the Puritan leaders of the Massachusetts Bay Colony, it also included a few words on the importance of singing in church, a tradition many folks follow to this day. An original copy is worth $15.5 million. That's the Bay Psalm Book. Wow. Staying with religion, the original manuscript of the Book of Mormon, priced at $36 million. That's the copy Joseph Smith had with his founding documents. Finally, Leonardo da Vinci's Codex, worth about $53 million today. The manuscript includes da Vinci's observations of the natural world. And here's something you might not know. The manuscript was last purchased in 1994. The new owner deciding to share it with the world, digitally scanning the document, turning pages into computer wallpaper. That man, Bill Gates, shelled out $53 million on a book. Back after this. Well, you've been hearing about gold all over the news, and prices keep going up. Experts warning a recession may be coming, and it's time to prepare. A recent analyst this week says he sees gold going up hundreds of dollars per ounce to hit $1,700 an ounce. That's why I recommend that you contact the Hartford Gold Group now to learn more. To get you started, the Hartford Gold Group will give you a free silver coin. All of my radio listeners will get it. And if you're listening right now, you can get the coin from the Hartford Gold Group. No purchase is necessary. All you have to do is call them. 877-444-GOLD-GOLD. 877-444-GOLD-GOLD. Give them a call today to claim your free coin and get the information. Available for a limited time only. 877-444-4653. 877-444-4653. Please call today. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.